loss is caused by one or more complex factors, such as heredity, disease, stress, environmental factors, and hormonal changes. But the main mechanism is defined as the reduced supply of the blood to the hair follicles. When the scalp is healthy, there is a good level of blood supply to the hair follicles. However, when the hair loss gets started, the hair follicles are not smoothly supplied with blood. Thus, the capillaries connected to the hair follicles become narrower, and the hair becomes thinner, resulting in hair loss and clogging of the pores. What affects hair follicles and the capillaries connected to the hair follicles is dihydrotestosterone. DHT is converted from testosterone by the action of an enzyme so-called 5-alpha reductase. DHT binds to receptors in hair follicles and narrows the capillaries. Consequently, all nourishment to hair follicles is blocked, and the hair follicles are miniaturized gradually, resulting in hair loss. Therefore, one of the most important things in hair loss treatment is to increase the blood supply to hair follicles. The first step of Genesis HR3 matrix mesopecia system is HR3 matrix scalp peeling. HR3 matrix scalp peeling cools down the scalp heat, which may cause hair loss, and provides nutrients to scalp. It also gives a deep cleansing effect for scalp. It removes dead skin cells, sebum, and dirts, making scalp clean, refreshed, and prepared for the main treatment. The main step of Genesis HR3 matrix mesopecia system is microneedling treatment with HR3 matrix hair solution alpha. Apply HR3 matrix hair solution alpha to the clean scalp following the application of HR3 matrix scalp peeling. It supplies nutrients to the scalp and provides the right environment to improve hair loss. Start stamping or rolling to increase the delivery of nutrients into the scalp. Through microchannels generated by microneedles on the scalp, various growth factors for creating and widening blood vessels can be effectively delivered to the scalp. For home care, install the applicator with microneedles to the entry of HR3 matrix hair solution alpha. Start tapping vertically with a constant pressure. When the skin gets micro wounds by microneedles, our body first produces new capillaries for wound healing and starts to promote and strengthen epidermal and keratinous differentiation. In addition, by delivering the active ingredients directly into the microchannels, the environment in the scalp is reformed, which improves hair loss. HR3 Matrix Hair Tonic can be used after applying HR3 Matrix Hair Solution Alpha. It can be used as a daily home care product too. Spray HR3 Matrix Hair Tonic to the scalp and hair. It is a scalp toner to make hair thick and healthy. The last step in hair loss treatment is using Hair GENTRON. Hair GENTRON is a hybrid device which has LED lights, heating, and massaging functions for scalp. LED lights from Hair GENTRON help cell regeneration and control oversecretion of sebum and help cell activity. At the same time, with LED irradiation, massaging mode with or without heating accelerates hair growth by facilitating the blood supply of the scalp.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Han, and I'm a professor at the Department of Cosmetic Science in Gyeongnam University, Korea. Today I'm going to talk about androgenic alopecia and its treatment system called HR3 Matrix Mesopecia System from Genesis. What causes hair loss? First, the most important is the genetic factors. When dihydrotestosterone, or simply DHT, is produced in the scalp, this hormone directly attacks the hair follicles and crushes them, eventually reducing the blood supply. When a person experiences stress, a hormone called cortisol is released from the adrenal cortex. This hormone contracts the blood vessels that pass through the scalp, resulting in fewer blood supplies. The reduction in blood supply to hair follicles mean that the supply of oxygen and nutrition decreases, and at the same time, the waste is not discharged smoothly. As a result, the cell division does not occur properly and hair gradually falls out. Environmental factors also cannot be ignored. Factors from the outside, such as UV ray, fine dust, and microbes, cause inflammation and reactive oxygen species on your scalp, which is a poor condition for the skin cells to survive. These various causes are combined to accelerate hair loss. So, to treat hair loss, all these causes must be eliminated. When testosterone in the blood reaches the scalp and meets 5-alpha reductase present in the hair follicle, it is converted to DHT. Then, DHT binds to androgen receptor of the hair follicle and causes various signals, inducing TGF-beta, DKK1, interleukin 6. They are able to promote the apoptosis of cells and anagen to catagen transition in hair follicle. These result in hair growth arrest and thus hair follicle miniaturization. As the hair follicles become smaller, the blood supply from the blood vessels is poorly received, then the hair falls out gradually. Then let's see how we are currently treating hair loss. There are 2 FDA-approved drugs. One is minoxidil, a medicine to be applied topically. This increases blood reaching the hair follicle through vasodilation. As a result, the supply of oxygen and nutrition rises, increasing hair growth. The second is finasteride, a medicine taken orally. This is effective in preventing hair loss because it reduces DHT production by blocking 5-alpha reductase. But there are problems using these drugs. Minoxidil has limited efficacy while finasteride is sometimes not safe. A small percentage of men have significant side effects. It can affect mood, it can have an effect on mental health, and it can even affect libido. Fertility can also be compromised because it's a hormone-based treatment. So now I'm going to explain how this HR3 matrix mesopacia system works. You already saw the video of microneedling. There are 2 major effects of this. First, transdermal drug delivery. Normal skin forms a barrier to prevent foreign substances such as bacteria and dust from entering the skin. The same applies to cosmetic ingredients. Especially large or water-soluble substances cannot pass through. But microneedling makes it possible. Microneedling creates microchannels or physical pathways through the skin. This increases skin permeability and allows the delivery of active ingredients from cosmetics into the skin. Second one is wound healing. If you get hurt, your skin will heal itself. This is because the wound healing process occurs in the body. Cells are regenerated, matrices such as collagen and elastin are produced, and thus the skin tissue is reconstructed. Microneedling promotes this process by the natural production of growth factors. Let's take a look at the key ingredients that this system uses to deliver into the skin. So palmetto extract, Sophora japonica bud extract, and copper tripeptide 1. They're used for the inhibition of 5-alpha reductase. So palmetto supplement is used to treat benign prostatic hyperplasia and to prevent prostate cancer as well. Considering that these prostatic diseases are strongly related to DHT, it is likely that saw palmetto extract would be effective treating androgenic alopecia. Vasoactive intestinal peptide, vascular endothelial growth factor, epidermal growth factor, human growth hormone, and copper tripeptide 1, they're used to increase blood supply to the hair follicle. VIP induces vasodilation, which means the widening of blood vessels like minoxidil does. VEGF induces the formation of new blood vessels, in other words, angiogenesis. EGF, human growth hormone, and copper tripeptide 1 induce proliferation of endothelial cells, so together with these, angiogenesis could be promoted much more. Broccoli and fish mint extracts are known to suppress the inflammatory responses and supplies nutrients such as vitamins. The keratolytic action of allantoin is used to break up dandruff scales. So it soothes scalp and relieves inflammation. EGF, human growth hormone, and copper tripeptide 1 stimulate hair dermopapilla cells. Also, human growth hormone activates stem cells and reproduce stimulation so that we have new tissue reborn. Let's closely look at the mechanism underneath the system. 5-alpha reductase is expressed in overall hair structure, including dermopapilla, inner root sheath, and outer root sheath. After microneedling, the 5-alpha reductase inhibitors such as saw palmetto extract, Sophora japonica bud extract, and copper tripeptide 1 can reach these sites where the enzymatic reaction occurs. We can reduce the synthesis of DHT by inhibiting the conversion of testosterone by 5-alpha reductase. Next, angiogenesis and vasodilation can be promoted by the transdermal delivery of certain peptides. VEGF has been demonstrated to be a major contributor to angiogenesis, increasing the number of capillaries. VEGF causes a massive signaling cascade in endothelial cells, so the cells will proliferate and migrate, eventually forming capillaries. VIP is one of the vasodilators which relax smooth muscle cells within blood vessel walls. When blood vessels dilate, the blood flow is increased due to a decrease in vascular resistance. These two peptides play a major role increasing blood flow into hair follicle. And this is supported by other peptides like EGF, human growth hormone, and copper tripeptide 1. Also, they stimulate the proliferation of dermopapilla cells and the synthesis of matrices. Now, let's see the effect of wound healing, especially of the skin tissue and cell regeneration. After microneedling, a wound triggers the growth of new skin tissue. In the early stage, cytokines are released and inflammation takes place to get rid of damaged tissue and debris. This is done by phagocytic cells such as neutrophils and macrophages. Then the proliferative phase starts with the action of endogenously induced growth factors such as EGF, IGF, KGF, FGF, PDGF, and so on. All these growth factors stimulate skin cells so that they produce collagen and proliferate and then migrate to fill the wounded area. That's how the wound is reepithelialized. At the same time, they also activate stem cells from hair follicles, so new hair structure can be made. Lastly, the maturation phase of tissue repair begins. In this stage, collagen fibers are rearranged, cross-linked, and aligned. The time it takes depends on how long the needles are, but if you use a 0.25 millimeter needles, the wound healing process after microneedling would be completed within a week. In the wound healing process, blood vessels are also stimulated by such growth factors. Angiogenesis occurs simultaneously with the skin cell proliferation or migration because the activity of fibroblasts and keratinocytes requires oxygen and nutrients. The wounded skin where angiogenesis has occurred typically looks red due to the increased capillaries. But later, the wounded skin loses its red appearance as blood vessels that are no longer in need are removed by apoptosis. Let's just summarize the mechanism of the system. First, microneedling opens the microchannels on the skin. Then ingredients from cosmetic products can penetrate into the skin. Next, wound healing occurs with the stimulation of endogenous factors and exogenous ingredients as well. Finally, the skin tissue is remodeled and regenerated. In this system, above all things, the increase in blood supply to hair follicle is most important because more oxygen and nutrients are needed to regenerate hair. Now let me introduce each product of HR3 matrix mesopacia system. First, products for basic care. HR3 matrix scalp and hair shampoo removes dirt, excessive sebum, and dead skin cells. It contains menthol, which can cool down the scalp heat. It is also effective in improving dandruff thanks to pyroxanolone. And biotin prevents and minimizes hair breakage. HR3 Matrix Hair Tonic is a scalp toner that supplies nutrients to prevent hair loss. Sophora japonica bud extract inhibits the formation of DHT by inhibiting 5-alpha reductase. It also provides vitamin C and provitamin B5, which thicken hair and promote hair regrowth. Both shampoo and tonic can be used daily. HR3 Matrix Scalp Peeling is a deep cleanser for scalp. It removes dead skin cells, sebum, and dirt, and cools down the scalp heat. Next, intensive care product. HR3 Matrix Hair Solution Alpha. It is a high concentrated hair solution that fights against the factors causing hair loss. It contains various ingredients such as VEGF, VIP, EGF, human growth hormone, and copper tripeptide 1. These ingredients accelerate the formation of blood vessels and inhibit 5-alpha reductase. There are two types of kits, professional and home care kit. Professional kit contains 8 hair solutions and 2 droppers. You can use Genosis stamp or narrow roller with the solutions. Home care kit contains 8 hair solutions and 1 special applicator which has integrated microneedles. The applicator can be installed at the entry of the vial. It is designed to make it easier for the customers to conduct microneedling themselves at home. The home care kit also includes the cleansing tool for the applicator so that the customers can use the product hygienically. HR3 Matrix Mesopacia Kit is a professional treatment kit that contains HR3 Matrix Scalp Peeling, 6 hair solutions, and Genosis stamp or narrow roller. The final procedure for this system is LED therapy with hair GENTRON. Hair GENTRON is a helmet which radiates infrared light, red light, and blue light. And at the same time, it also provides massaging and heating functions. Let's look at the effects of each function briefly. LED lights are absorbed by the mitochondria of the hair follicles, stimulating energy production in hair cells. This extends the hair growth phase. More specifically, infrared and red lights promote cell metabolism and improve blood circulation. Blue light diminishes the sebaceous gland, reducing the grease of the scalp. It also acts in the microbial control. Massaging and heating functions improve blood flow in the scalp. Consequently, more oxygen and nutrients are delivered to hair follicles. Hair GENTRON provides non-invasive and painless therapy. It is available for both professional and home care use. Here are clinical results of alopecia using HR3 matrix mesopacia system. First, I want to show you the clinical results of other drugs. These are the presentation from Japanese Alopecia Conference. The presentation shows that minoxidil can also have some side effects such as chest pain, edema, and hypertrichosis. In the lower presentation shows the clinical results of a subject who used finasteride for 8 years and then dutasteride for 2 years, total 10 years. I'm showing you this to compare the hair growing effects between the drugs and HR3 products. We recruited subjects with androgenic alopecia with the age of 40s to 60s. More than 10 male volunteers participated. Additionally, we recruited patients with alopecia areata to investigate if this system is also applicable to alopecia areata. They were guided to use HR3 shampoo and tonic daily and hair solution alpha with microneedles twice a week. The period is at least 6 months and the photos were taken monthly. This subject is 50s and he has used the products for 4 months. You can clearly see that the empty area was narrowed by only 2 months of use. This tendency continues after 4 months. Now less than half area remains to be filled. This subject is 60s and he has used the products for 4 months. He had way less hair than the previous subject, which means that he had much lower regenerative potential. You see, he had a wide range of emptied area on the scalp first, but after 4 months of use, you can see the hair grew on the center of the head. This subject is 60s and he has used the products for 8 months. At first, he had very thin and short hairs because they fell out before they grew. As the period of use became longer, hairs grew thicker and longer. When you see the last photo, you will find that he has much more hairs. This subject is 60s and he have had androgenic alopecia for more than 30 years. Have a look at here. Absolutely empty field. This clinical trial was challenging for us because it is considered impossible to make new hair from nothing. So all the present drugs can only have the weak hair survive and grow. Let's see the result. After 2 months of use, we couldn't observe any new hairs, but it seemed like pores are made on the scalp. We thought that this may be the preceding stage for hair regrowth, and so we continued the study. After 10 months of use, we found that new hairs regrew. Such an incredible result. Let's see the magnified photos. You can clearly see the new hairs. There are more than 100 hairs regrown in this area. In alopecia areata, it worked as well. You see, only 20 days using the products, hairs started to grow, and after 70 days, more than half area was already filled. We haven't found any major side effects from the subjects. In conclusion, HR3 matrix mesopagia system is safe and effective way to treat alopecia. Alopecia is such a complex disease that it is hard to cure. But with the help of systemic approach of HR3 products, now we can overcome the disease. I suggest this HR3 matrix mesopagia system as a standard protocol to treat alopecia. Thank you so much, and if you have any questions, I'm very happy to answer it. Thank you.